What's the deal, y'all? You know what it is. It's your boy, the chosen one, God's chosen son, coming back with another video. First video with a new era on the channel. Today's video is gonna be about how to build a closer relationship with the Most High God. In my previous video, I was saying how over these past few months, it was 3 months since my last video, but over these past few months, how I've been really taking my time to, get closer with my Creator. And I was thinking last night after I made the video, what is the best video to start off with? And this came to mind. I got a few ideas, wrote them down, but this was one concept for a video that came to mind. How to build your relationship with God, how to get closer to God. And mainly, I want to talk about how to get closer to God as you slip. I'm going to have scriptures pulling up throughout this video, on screen. Because it's countless scriptures on how to build your relationship with God. But I'd say the number one thing in order to do this is to gain discipline and to be obedient to the word, to set yourself apart, walk on a narrow path, and follow the directions that God has given us. Because here's the thing, bruh. As humans, we are naturally self-destructive. We naturally like to get into behaviors and form habits in which they feel good for the temporary, but literally destroy our spirit. I.e., men being sex addicts or, drugs, OnlyFans, stuff like lying, getting used to lying, manipulation, all this type of stuff. It be seeming harmless in the beginning until, God punish you for doing it, because a lot of these things are sin, and they're sin for a reason. They bring the negativity and evil and malice out of the hearts of mankind. So, therefore, in order to build a relationship with God, you have to be able to put yourself in check. You have to be able to discipline yourself and say, okay, what new habits do I want to set up for myself? For me, my habits, one of my big routines that I started doing was going to the gym consistently, starting to eat healthier, home-cooked meals, starting to cook for myself, starting to try and get myself out and get active and work more, because they say idle time is the devil's playground. When you what's the word I'm looking for, lollygagging. When you lollygagging around with your life, you're not doing nothing. That's where the devil will try and tempt you the most, because it's easy for him. It's easy for demons to fester around you when you're not doing God's work or doing anything to help yourself out in general. It's plenty, like I said earlier, it's plenty of scriptures where God is instructing us on how to build a relationship with him. The next thing I would say that's important is prayer. Prayer and obedience, I think, are the most important things in building a relationship with God. And fasting too, but prayer, asking for what you desire, and praying for a bunch of things, praying against the people that may be coming against you in your life, that you feel are against you and are trying to bring you down. Praying for the fortune of others, praying for good health, praying for wisdom and understanding. That's something I pray for a lot. But praying for wisdom and understanding, praying for good health. Praying for charity and to be in the spirit of being charitable to other people, being put in a position to even be able to do that. Just things that will benefit. And also understanding that faith without works is dead. That you can't just be praying every night and just be hope just God gonna magically give it to you. He's gonna give us what we deserve in the time frame that we deserve it in. Sometimes your prayers may not be answered till months later. That's happened to me. But sometimes your prayers may not be answered till months later. It's all about what he deems you worthy and ready to tackle on. Because sometimes we're not ready for the things that we want and we desire. So I would say definitely prayer, and like I said, doing the things like when you build discipline. Let's go into the first point good, because when you build discipline, that's when you're able to continue to keep up your naturally good habits, follow the law, and sin as less as possible, because a man who says he's without sin is a liar, and the truth is not in him. We all sin, we all fall from glory, and understand that when you fall from glory, when you sin, when you do something wrong, you have that feeling of shame, when you have that feeling of guilt, that you a human at the end of the day. And I don't mean to use that feeling to justify doing nonsense, because it's easy to get into that mind frame too, but it means to understand, okay, I messed up. Let me go harder. Let me pray. Let me go back and talk to God and pray and be like, man, please alleviate whatever spirit is on me from falling back into my own devices. The third thing I was saying was fasting. Fasting, intermittent fasting, normal fasting, whatever. You know, if you fast for 2 days, whatever, intermittent fasting, you eat only in a certain time period per day. Now this helps because this cleanses your flesh. First off, we're not supposed to be eating 50 times a day anyway. Like that's why a lot of people have health issues with their bodies, and why a lot of people mentally are not there, because especially if you're eating fast food every meal and doing all this type of stuff, like that stuff really clogs your mind, your spirit, and the arteries in your body, to be frank. But fasting is something I do these days since I've been going to the gym, and my goal is to gain weight and put on muscle. I've been eating more, but it depends on where you at in your life. I'm also have a video about fitness goals and all this type of stuff, but like we get into topics, but that's besides the point for this video. But fasting will definitely help you get closer to God. Why is that? Because when you fast, when you render your flesh and you kind of deprive it of that meal, it's like something happens within your spirit. If you read in the scriptures the story of Christ when he was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and even Moses, I think Moses had fasted for like 30-40 days in the book of Exodus, and they said when Moses came off the mountain he was glowing. Fasting does something to your spirit. You rendering your flesh of all of that food, of all of that within you. So it's discipline as well. And it's like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's something you would have to feel. Like when you go without a meal, like I know being hungry is not the wave. Like it don't feel good physically, but how you be feeling after them hunger pangs die down and the spirit is just over you, you be feeling so like energetic, like the energy be there, like for real. I remember the first day I did my 100-day fast, and then in the meal after that, you way more grateful for the meal. But it really helped you connect with God, and help you connect with God and flush out maybe some of the negative demons you have tailing you. Now, I'm saying all of this, I'm bringing this video, the theme of this video was because, like I said in the beginning, I had to get to a point where I started taking my relationship with God more serious. I mean, I've always taken it serious, but like had to take it to the next level. As you step into this truth, as you step into, becoming more spiritual, becoming more in tune with the word, with the Most High, you realize it's gonna be times as you getting further into this journey where it's more required out of you. Like it's more required out of you. It's more work you need to be doing, and the devil's attacks are going to get fiercer on you. It's not even the fact that for me, it was times where I felt like I was getting weaker, but it wasn't me getting weaker. It was the fact that I was getting stronger. And the devil, he recognizes that. He coming for us first, the people who are awakening to this truth, who are understanding who the God of this world really is. And he wants to destroy us. He wants to make it to where we don't gain this knowledge. We don't wake up, we don't gain this understanding, and we can be brought down to hell and fall to our own devices. So he's going to try extra hard to tempt us, corrupt us, because we understand that we are God's children. But guess what? The most high God is our God. The most almighty, powerful being in existence is our God. The God to do anything. And that's why it says to fear the Lord. Oh yeah, bonus tip. How to get closer to God. Fear the Lord. Understand that nothing is possible without the Lord's permission. Satan can't even tempt you or do nothing without the Lord giving him the okay. And people may ask, okay, well, why would God do that? Because it's to mold us. It's to mold us like diamonds under pressure. Because when you go through things, you come out and you become stronger. He wants us to have strong convictions. He wants us to follow him. How do we do that? By throwing obstacles in our way. When you playing a video game, you don't just run through the video game with no obstacles. The devs put the obstacles there for you to have a challenge and for you to gain fulfillment when you beat those challenges. That's how God is with us. He throws the obstacles in our way in life in order to give us a challenge, so it's just not, because what would be the point in giving us all these laws and commandments if we're not going to be tested through it? People could just say, well, I'm righteous, I'm this and that, and then do things that are contrary or whatever, but or go on with their own devices. But that was my bonus reason. Fear the Lord. The Lord has dominion over all of us. The Lord has dominion over our souls when we die and where we go. So it only makes sense to fear the Lord, not out of no, like, I'm scared, but out of a respect factor, like how you would fear your mother or your father when they get on your head. Like, he is our father at the end of the day. So with all of that being said, I just wanted to come and bring a very, I feel like this video and this topic was very needed. If this helped you out, if you got something from this, if this was just in time for you, hit the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments. You got any questions, leave your thoughts in the comments. Check the description, my email in the description. If you need like any questions answered, I email back or DM me on Instagram. With all of that being said, I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's the morning time. About to get my day started. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day and y'all started off on the right foot. And if you are going through something, know the best time to start, the best time to cleanse yourself of what you need to do, the best time to get up and discipline yourself is right now. With all of that being said, it's been your boy, the chosen one, God's chosen son, signing out.